Canadians on the attack with some new look lines they put together last Thursday in Vancouver when they were behind in the third period. That's P.A. Parenteau back to the blue line, and P.K. Subban. Parenteau threw the puck at the net and got up in the air. It was like a wiffle ball through to Hiller. He was a great skater. He was really good with him in the third period in Vancouver on Thursday. And after the puck is David Jones for Calgary. Centering pass, quick shot by Monahan, and there's Carey Price with his first save. Sean Monahan, the centerman on this line.
For the back end. The back end has been the catalyst for the offense for the Calgary Flames.
11 goals from their blue line, but it's a centering pass for Goodrow. He's got the puck in front, and he's stopped by Carey Price, and on the backhander, it went right out the other side. Weidman's still out there, and Mark Giordano's come on. Manny Malhotra hustles after the puck. Great penalty killing there as he just turned on the Jets to get to the puck. Dale Weiss with a shot. He might get another one, trying to tuck it in and can't get it by Jonas Hiller. Brody with a rink-wide pass. Here goes Johnny Goodrow again. Dangles into the attacking zone, threw it back to the point. A quick shot, there's a rebound. Juris scores! Great hustle. Goodrow got it started. They just held the puck in at the line. And Josh Juris has his second NHL goal in his first ever game in Montreal.
Well, and this is just a byproduct of some hard work. There's the chance early on for Goodrow. Missed the wide open net, put it on the backhand. Now a little curl up, a heads up play, a hard shot that for Carey Price, so often he's able to control that rebound. That's a low shot that just gets away from him. Good pressure, good heads up play, a hard shot that you could see the skip at the last second. And on the doorstep, Juris showed great patience on that one, not throwing it away. The confidence level of Goodrow takes the hit from Pacioretty, goes to the net.
Alex Galchenyuk still hasn't played his shift since he's come back, has he? Here's a centering pass for Lance Boma. Wraparound attempt. There's a rebound loose in front. Russell couldn't get to it. Rennie Bourque did. Gets out to center, and Boma on the back check caught it. Canadians didn't quite hold the line, so they'll have to tag up here. And what would have been an offside call. Seneguchi with a long shot that handcuffed goaltender Carey Price. Rather casually played that, but the Canadians got away with it. Here they come to center.
Guys who have been on the schneid, back off of it.
There's Sven Baertschi. Gets a do-over with Calgary. And welcomes it. Here's Paul Byron now with the puck. Baertschi in front. His shot and a nice save by Carey Price. Sneaking in his Weidman on the right side. Chris Russell. Dennis Weidman. Russell, here's Goodrow, cross ice, Weidman shoots. What a great save by Carey Price. Russell into the middle. There's a screen set up. Goodrow passes off. Weidman again. Russell on the other side. Weidman fires. Price with a save. Rebound. Monahan can't find the handle on it, and Carey Price gets a hold of the puck as the Flames continue to dominate the Canadians. They've outshot them 14-2. And Carey Price is the busiest man in the game.
And he calmly is just tracking the puck extremely well. This is a very confident power play with moving the puck with a purpose. 3 passes, creates an opening. And look at the lack of overreaction by Price. So often goaltenders will make too much of a move there and open up. Seneguchi was trying to bank it in, couldn't. Look at the traffic in front. Yemelin takes the body of Seneguchi. This building is very eerily quiet.
Paul Byron, Josh Juris, there's a rebound. Juris again turns and fires. Rebound off the post. Byron hit the post as he got one under Carey Price after Juris just about got his second for this Calgary defense. Here they come again. Goodrow darts in on the left wing into the middle. Hoodler's shot, they score! A deflection through Price, and it's a 2-0 Calgary lead.
Well, you can credit T.J. Brody with making this play. We said the stability on the back end. What a defensive effort here Brody makes. And then a heck of a backhand pass. Cross seam. This line has been the best. Look at the defensive effort. Good poke check, gets right on his feet, absorbs a hit, a cross seam backhand pass, and then like he's done already 3 times today, Goodrow with the stop up. Granlund in front. Nice little off the toe.
About a minute behind Calgary. See if they can get onto the attack after the intermission. Here's Curtis Glencross centering pass. Price with a save. And an early chance for Sean Monahan and the Calgary Flames, and they darn near made it 3-0 in the first 30 seconds.
Well, what a turnaround that was, as well as Pacioretty almost ended up with a break. You can see he gets dumped down off the draw as Glencross makes a play, but a bit of a play at the blue line. Pacioretty thinks he's gone, maybe a 2-on-1. Instead, it goes back the other way, and this is a huge save. Game to get their offense going right now. It's all Calgary.
Flames weren't supposed to be able to win a draw. Just got another one, but there's a wraparound from Weiss, who won the loss. Weaver. Setoguchi got the puck to the blue line. Wideman backs up, passes off. Setoguchi, his pass. Chris Russell fakes. Back to Wideman. He takes. Price with the save. Loose puck. They'll bang away at it. Weiss trying to get possession and shield the puck from Brody. They'll go to the blue line. Markov with a shot. Tipped up high and then blocked. Pacioretty back to Markov. Fires a shot and Hiller makes a nice save. Power play. Been better at home, but it hasn't scored in 5 games. PK fires a shot. He'll do the save. Rebound. He's got that too and knocked it out of the air. Still the Canadians. Markov. Plekanec. Great stick by Giordano.
Killing penalties. Doing a great job.
Now Marcus Granlund is on as Pacioretty gets to the net. Backhander and a nice save by Hiller. Up the boards. The penalty's over. Giordano dumps the puck in. Manny Malhotra kicked it along the boards. It's up for grabs. There's a shot off the post and a loose puck in front of the net after Glencross hit the post. To 2, Giordano went off. The first penalty expired. Gallagher came back on. Here's a chance for Hoodler. Monahan shoots and a nice save by Price. Rebound is shot just wide short side by Sean Monahan with Jones and Glencross. I guess this would be the first line, but it's hard to know, isn't it, on this team? Brody with his shot. He scores! Might have been another deflection in front of the net. Curtis Glencross was right there, and Calgary takes a 3-0 lead.
Well, you talk positive signs here for the Calgary Flames. Glencross been struggling mightily offensively. This is, again, winning the puck battle. They retrieve the puck in the corner, get it back to the point. Great positioning in front, and Glencross, his first goal in 10 games, of sense of relief for him. But Brody with his head up, perfectly shot, and you could see the slide.
PK Subban backhanded the puck out. Dale Weiss races after it. Giordano over to cut him off. In comes Pacioretty. Desharnais working in front of the net. Pacioretty shot, he scores! For the first time tonight, something to cheer about in Montreal. 37 seconds into the third period, the Canadians are on the board.
Well, cue the comeback call, and it's Weiss getting in on the forecheck, keeps it from being an icing, wins the puck battle. Pacioretty follows it up, and this is one where Hiller gets caught with the traffic. He gets in between.
Bob Hartley goes with Paul Byron, Sven Baertschi, and Devin Setoguchi. Galchenyuk, Plekanec, Gallagher out, and there's a shot by Brendan Gallagher and a test for Jonas Hiller. The Calgary bounce thrown in front of there. Nice save there by Markov. Here's a race for the puck the other way. Randy Bourque cuts in, stopped by Hiller. Loose puck in front of the net, then Hiller makes another save. And that was maybe his most timely save. There's a Beaulieu shot that is blocked. Josh Juris with a breakaway. Can't get the backhander in. Still got the puck though. Juris again. Now it's swept away from him by Beaulieu. 6th power play of the game. Great pass. Juris again. Second breakaway. Scores! What a pass. TJ Brody to Josh Juris. His second goal of the game, and it's 4-1 Flames.
You just look at the confidence level of Juris. We saw the one he missed. Was frustrated. This is just a thing of beauty. Another long stretch pass through the traffic. Lost his balance for a quick second. No chance at all for Price. He's kept his feet moving to maintain his speed, and watch the quick release. Feet are moving, quick release.
Was Plekanec. PK again. Can't load up. Markov off his skate. Backhanded in front. And the Flames settle things down, and out comes Mark Giordano. Got Boma with him. PK fell down. Giordano. Boma scores! Well, that just about typifies the night for the Montreal Canadiens, doesn't it? The Calgary Flames are ahead 5-1 as PK fell down and Giordano's eyes lit up.
There's one thing about falling down, but how about taking advantage of it? As players, you talk about you getting hit by the blow dart there, but look at the saucer pass right on the tape.
PA Parenthood to Markov. Like a pinball in front, and Lars Eller finished it off, and the Canadians have their second goal. Now you just got to be careful for Calgary that they don't turn a really good night into a sloppy victory.
Well, another great example of never a bad thing to throw the puck at the net. Bourque with good position in front, hits off his skate, goes right to Lars Eller.
An injury down the middle, and it hasn't looked like it at all tonight. Carey Price leaving the net for the extra attacker with 3.5 minutes to go, and Mark Giordano doesn't take any time at all to get the 6th Calgary goal. Everything blows up in the faces of the Montreal Canadiens tonight.
That's the first real show of emotion for Terry, and he's been pretty calm and quiet behind that bench. He's had the look of exasperation and disappointment, but rarely showing that kind of emotion. I don't think he liked the read by Carey Price coming at the time he did with another turnover. Price trips, falls, loses sight of where the puck is. Had he not fallen, he might have been able to get back.
Nathan Beaulieu. Tom Gilbert with a shot that went wide of the net. Plekanec wrap around, and he had an open net, had some daylight up top, and Hiller stopped him. There's a shot that's knocked down as Travis Mullen took it.